The following is a presentation of WCMP Sports, local sports.
That's the 25, to the 20, to the 15, he's going to high step into the end zone, touchdown!
Here, wide receivers split each side.
He's still going into the end zone.
East Central Minnesota, the action starts now. To bring you the call, here's Ethan Game Day Gilman.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Hinckley, Minnesota at Brennan Field for the site for tonight's Eastern Mini League baseball game between the Hinckley Knights and the Ogilvie Orioles. Good evening, everybody. I am Ethan Game Day Gilman, and I am joining you for the broadcast of tonight's Eastern Mini League action here between two of these teams. The Orioles, a fairly new team in the Eastern Mini League. In fact, they're darn near brand new. As we take a look at the Ogilvie Orioles this season, of course, they made their debut season last year in 2024. This year, their second year in the Eastern Mini League as an organization. The Ogilvie Orioles stand at 3-5 in the league and 3-5 overall. They have currently lost one game since the last time they played. So one game losing streak as of right now. They've got 31 runs for to 63 runs against. So that is how they look offensively, defensively. When we look at the standings in the Eastern Mini North, the Princeton Panthers are on top at 8-0 in the league, and then they're 9-3 overall. Then the Hinckley Knights sit at second at 6-2, followed closely behind by the Quamba Cubs. The Quamba Cubs also at 6-2. The Hinckley Knights at 9-9 overall. The Quamba Cubs at 8-7 overall. The Quamba Cubs have won their last 5 games of the season at this point, and the Moore Blue Devils are on a little bit of a streak as well. They just beat one of the better teams, the Chisago Lakes Bulldogs, on Sunday, 10-0 in that one. So this division is going to get hot and hot quickly. As we look at the Princeton Panthers, who started 1-3, have won their last 8 games. So they are on a hot roll as well. Hinckley has won their last game, as well. Taking a look at who they just beat recently. Their last game, of course, it is a new month, so their last game wasn't played since last month on Sunday. They beat the Bram Snappers 6-2. Had a really close game against the Isanti Redbirds where they lost 4-1. That is what the Hinckley Knights look like so far this year. Taking a look at some of the Ogilvie Orioles leaders so far this season. In batting average leader is Peters with a 364, then Megard with a 321. Then in pitching, it is Peterson, who has 1 win, 9 strikeouts, and a 1 ERA. And then behind him, it's Hogan with a 1-2 record, 13 strikeouts, and a 4.76 ERA. Then Miller rounds out the top 3 pitchers, an 0-1 record, but 10 strikeouts and a 5.59 ERA there for Mr. Miller. So those are their leaders. Of course, their last game, they fell to the St. Francis Silverbacks 15-3 in that game. So again, they have been outscored in many of their contests by a wide margin, and but that doesn't mean that they're going to be out of this thing. I mean, you look at the Cambridge Bandits, who are 3-7 overall. They have a closer runs for against. They have 60 runs for, 73 runs against. Kind of similar for Bram, 64 runs for, 84 against. So it starts to even itself out. Now you take a look at the overall for them. For teams like Mora, Quamba, and Hinckley, it's pretty close in runs for, runs against. Now, you get to teams like Mora, they have 102 runs for, 59 runs against, and then Princeton at the top, the cream of the crop, if you will, with 101 runs for. Now, that's not the best in the division, but the 49 runs against is the best, and that's the best margin in the division in the Eastern Mini North so far. The team that gives up the most runs, the Moose Lake Buzz, they are 3-8. Overall, the Orioles give up 63 runs this season. That's actually not at the bottom. Let's count it up. 1, 2, 3, 4. That puts them right in the middle. for runs given up on the season. So overall, not too bad if you are the Ogilvie Orioles on runs given up. Again, you're middle of the pack, and hey, that's all you can ask for at this point in the season. And then get to the playoffs and maybe go on a little bit of a run. Taking a look at the other side of things in the Eastern Mini South, Isani, well, they're back to what feels like more normal Redbird baseball. It didn't start out so well, but they too have been on an 8-game win streak. They started out 1-4. That's how you speak. 1-4, and have now won 8 in a row and sit at 9-4. Of course, they have one of the better runs for against averages in the South, but the Elk River Lumberjacks actually have the best with nearly over 40. So it is the top is definitely the top in this league this year. But man, you've got a lot of these middle teams who are fighting to be in that top 2, 3, 4 spots. It's going to be a fun race to see who winds up where and what seed they're going to get for the playoffs. And yes, believe it or not, we are getting to the end of the regular season. I know it's crazy to think about, but the end of this month, July 25th, will be our last regular season game for town ball baseball, and then we'll get to talk about playoffs. Playoffs? Yeah, playoffs. So 4 weeks from now, playoffs will be beginning in the Eastern Mini League. I can't believe it either. So we'll enjoy the next few weeks, but just know that that is on the horizon. Taking a look at Hinckley, they will play tomorrow night. They will play in Quamba against the Cubs. The Orioles will also play on the road against the East Bethel Bandits. That'll be it for all teams until Sunday. Then neither of these two teams will play on Sunday. We do have Eastern Mini League action on next Monday, and the Hinckley Knights will be back in action in St. Francis against the Silverbacks. The Ogilvie Orioles won't play again for some time. The Hinckley Knights will then have their next home game on July 9th against the East Bethel Bandits. The Ogilvie Orioles, their next game after 4th of July break. As I continue to look down the schedule, their next game is not until July 11th when they are traveling to Mora to play the Elk River Lumberjacks. So they will not play until the 11th after tomorrow night. So they get about a week of a break. As we get set for first pitch here in this one. Taking a look at who is in the field for the Hinckley Knights. On the mound and pitching tonight will be number 6, Ethan Agard. Agard will be the pitcher for this evening's game for the Knights. And then behind the plate and catching for him is 13, Dylan Marcialonis. At first, it's Cody Gustafson. At second, it's Jeff Lottie. Third is Isaiah Haas, and short is Corey Schmidt. Then in left, they switched it up a little bit. Bryce Erickson's in left. Center is Max Sickler. And then in right, it's Everett Osmus. So that is how they will look in the field for the Ogilvie Orioles. Can't quite see the number of who's at the plate, but their leadoff batter is on. And we'll get started a little bit early. First pitch from Ethan Agard's in there for strike one. Oh, an 0-1 count for the leadoff man for Ogilvie. Next one is swung on and popped up right to the shortstop for out number 1. That was the leadoff man, Tyler Peters. We're number 6. So one down now for the Ogilvie Orioles, and now to the plate is number 3, Dylan Hogan. One down for the Orioles. And Agard's pitch is on the way. Showing bunt, missing on the bunt attempt, and that's strike one. 0-1 count for Hogan. We take a look at Dylan Hogan's stats on the year. Batting .208 with 2 RBIs. Next pitch to him is in there for strike 2, and Ethan Agard out in front in this second at-bat, 0-2. Ethan Agard with the 0-2 pitch. In there on the outside part of the plate for strike 3 looking. So 2 down now for the Orioles. And that will bring to the plate number 12, Sam Habeisen. Haybison, a very talented baseball player for the Mille Lacs Raiders. Might recognize that name. He got a bunch of awards this season. He set a few records as well, not just for Mille Lacs, but in the state of Minnesota. Very, very talented baseball player. And it shows. You've got a few names on here that you might recognize from our local high school teams. Sam Haybison is one of them. As he looks at the first one go by for ball one, then gives this one an offer, and it's fouled back out of play. The 1-1 to Haybison. Swung on, and at second, throw from Lottie to first is in time for out number 3. 1, 2, 3 go the Orioles. No hits, no runs, no errors by the Knights. And that will bring us to the bottom of the first inning. So a quick first inning, or top of the first, I should say, for Hinckley. And we'll get to the bottom of said inning. Speaking of, Hogan will play at short. I believe it was the leadoff man, Peters, at third. On the mound will be Haybison, so he will be the pitcher tonight for the Orioles. Over at first is number 16, Landon Halverson. That's one of the young men you might recognize from our Ogilvie Lions team. Behind the plate and catching, I believe that's a number 7, which would be Daniel Miller, another Mille Lacs graduate. Then at second, looks like number 30, Colby Milbrat. And again, another Ogilvie Lion. Very talented quarterback for that Lions team. And I'll try and get the outfielders for you as I can try and see their numbers, but I am also blinder than blind, so might not be able to see it as clear. But we will get those names to you sooner than later. But again, the Ogilvie Orioles in town tonight for this game against the Hinckley Knights. Beautiful Brennan Field in Hinckley again. Not too many better spots to play baseball for town ball. I mean, this is a great venue, a historic venue. No doubt one of the premier spots to play at. And that's why they get to host 2 of the tournaments during the regular season. They just had one not too long ago. I think it was 2 weekends ago now, which they had their Hinckley Invitational. I believe it was the Centennial Cougars coming out on top in that one, taking first place. Hinckley Knights took 4th in that tournament. It was a hot weekend that weekend. It was a warm one. So it looks like we are set and ready to go. Haybison getting his final warm-up pitch in there. And the throw down from Miller. So we are set and ready to go. And leading it off will be Max Sickler. He'll be, again, in center field. Usually playing out in left, but tonight playing a little bit of a different spot in center. First pitch is high for ball 1. Above the letters there for Sickler. That one's in there for strike 1. 1-1 now for Max Sickler. And the pitch in the dirt for ball 2. So 2-1 now for Sickler. And the pitch. That one is swung on and hit out towards center. It's popped up, and center fielder under it makes the grab for out number 1. Routine fly ball to center for the first out. 1 down now, and up to the plate is Bryce Erickson. He's batting in a different spot tonight, batting at the number 2 spot. He's usually in the 7 spot in their lineup, but tonight batting number 2 And he's kind of earned it. He has really done a great job this season. We've been able to watch him since almost since he's joined the team, and his improvement each and every year has been noticed, and he's getting a lot more playing time, number one, but a lot more at-bats. And he's now got himself into a number 2 spot here this evening, so definitely deserved. Meanwhile, swings and misses on the second pitch. Now a 1-1 count. Bison's pitch is on the way, and, well, not exactly how he drew it up, but it's all you can ask for. A base hit there from Bryce Erickson right in between first and second for the 1-out single. Reached on it a little bit, but it wound up working out for him, and he will be on. Now at the plate is Corey Schmidt. He has been hot this year, and I haven't checked stats lately, but I know he was one of their leaders in RBIs, and turns out he is still their leader with 16 RBIs on the season. Erickson not far behind with 9. Schmidt with a late swing fouls it back into the backstop for strike 1. One down, runner at first for the Knights. Bison on the mound for the Orioles. And the pitch. Inside for ball 1. A tough one to lay off, but a smart job there by Corey Schmidt to lay off of that one. That one just inside for ball 1. Bison will check the runner at first, and Erickson is back in time. Bison and Erickson, I'm trying to remember if when Erickson graduated. He didn't graduate too long ago. No, 2023, so he would have played against Bison. Now, was Bison starting then? I believe so. Schmidt down the third base line, but just foul. That was a beautiful hit by Corey Schmidt, but it goes just foul over that third base line. Man, and if it was a half an inch to the right, that would have been fair, and Bryce Erickson definitely would have got to third. Home may have been a stretch. That would have been a tough one to beat out, but it would have been close. Now a 1-2 count for Schmidt. They will check the runner at first. Erickson is back in plenty of time, as Bison just makes him get a little bit of dirt on that jersey early on. This one swung on and fouled again by Corey Schmidt. Erickson had a good jump that time, but he'll have to go back after the foul ball. Another name you might recognize is Bryce Merworth on the Ogilvie Orioles, a very talented Malacca athlete. Got a lot of local athletes that I've had the opportunity to call games for during their high school careers. Meanwhile, still a 1-2 for Schmidt. Bison readies, and the pitch. Schmidt will again give this one a ride, but it's out of play, foul. So Schmidt battling up there at the plate, trying to put a runner in scoring position at the very least, if not go deep enough for the runner to score from first. Bison again readies the 1-2. Another one inside, and Corey Schmidt will once again foul it off right into the netting over there towards the bullpen. So still battling Corey Schmidt. Over 6 pitches now in this at-bat. And at least he's making Bison throw a few. And another one inside. This one laced to the shortstop. A sliding grab, and what a play over there by Dylan Hogan. A sliding grab on the knees to get that for out number 2. That is a really good play over there by Dylan Hogan. Props. Now to the plate is Isaiah Haas. Haas, for a few seasons in a row, was their team leader in our Bison readies. Here's the pitch. And that one is low for ball 2. Got a piece of that one, did Haas. Fouled it off. And a 2-1 count for Isaiah Haas. Bison with the pitch. In the dirt, and that's ball 3. Nice block by the catcher there to keep it in front of him, and he'll look for a new ball from the ump. So a 3-1 for Haas. And Bison with the pitch. Big swing and a miss there from Haas. And the count runs full. The 3-2. And Haas will keep himself alive, fouls this one off to keep the count full. So still a full count for Isaiah Haas. 2 down, runner at second. Trying to score a run early. Bison will pause, gets the signal, and the pitch. Outside, and that is ball 4. That is, though, one thing that Haas has done quite a bit this year is drawn some walks. And he leads the team with 12 of them. And it's really not close in walks drawn. He has drawn 12 walks. He's been hit by 4 pitches, so it equals 14 free takes at first. So runners at first and second. Dylan Marcellonis at the plate. 2 down. First pitch is low for ball 1. One-oh now. In there for strike 1. Good pitch comeback there for Bison. Came off a really successful season, as did the Orioles in high school baseball. And Bison, his career not over. He's got 1 more year. He'll be back next year for that team and hope to kind of get over that hump, so to speak. They've been, the last 2, 3, actually maybe even 4 years, they've been real close in the section tournaments up there in 5A, and they've been that close, but Ogilvie has kind of been in their way, so to speak. So has Verndale, Bertha Hewitt, I mean, all those other teams. Dylan Marcellonis jammed a little bit, but he winds up getting it down for a base hit into center field. The throw will not get to home in time, and it's a RBI single for Dylan Marcellonis. That one was inside. It got him jammed up a little bit, but tightened it up and got it, forced it really into center field, shallow center, and it's a base hit for a run. Not exactly how you'd like to see it, but hey, he got the run in. That's all that matters. So now to the plate, Cody Gustafson. He wanted it, but did not lift it off his shoulder, and that is strike 1. Gustafson on the year, 129 batting average with 3 RBIs. And that one, lower part of the zone for strike 2. Bison looking to get out of the inning with only surrendering the 1. Here is the 0-2. Swing and a miss from Gustafson. It's in the dirt. Throw down to first. Got him for out number 3. So 2 hits for 1 run for the Knights. No errors there by the Ogilvie Orioles. And that does it for the first inning of play. 1-0 is the score on the Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. And the Knights on top over the Ogilvie Orioles. We will take a commercial break and be back after word from those fine sponsors here on WCMP.
Honeymoon, here we come. Where's our car?
It's been stolen.
We'll call our insurance agent. I'm right here.
Oh, hey, Jen. You got our invite.
Love the dress.
Are we covered for this?
Of course. That's why you chose Auto Owners. We work together to get the right coverage. So when the unexpected happens, you know you're covered.
That's simple human sense.
Your local auto owner's agent is Pine Insurance Agency. Visit them at pineagency.us today. pineagency.us.
Embrace Orthodontics offers a unique specialized approach to orthodontic treatment with custom braces or Invisalign. The team at Embrace loves getting to know their patients personally and takes the time to make sure all your questions are answered. Their board-certified orthodontists use only the latest in modern technology to give you the best outcome possible. They work with your insurance company and offer flexible financing options to fit your budget. Call today to set up your free exam and see how Embrace Orthodontics can transform your smile. More online at embracemn.com. That's embracemn.com.
So the catcher could have also been number 1, Aaron Smith, just seeing the number 1 out there on the field right now as he's getting warmed up for what I believe to be the leadoff here in the second inning. And he will be the leadoff man. So number 1, again, not sure if he's the catcher or if it's Daniel Miller. And they're both listed as, oh, he's not. So maybe he's the DH. We'll have to wait and see. But either way, now at the plate, Aaron Smith. So he will lead it off in the second inning for the Orioles. First pitch is inside for ball 1. And on the mound is Ethan Agard. 1-0, and that one's outside. That one got away from him a little bit. So 2-0 now to begin this at-bat. Next one does miss outside, and that's ball 3. Agard on the year has pitched in 4 innings with a 6.75 ERA. He's given up 3 earned runs and has struck out 2. That's in there for strike 1, getting through the zone. Three 3-1 now from Agard. And that one will miss. Very similar pitches on this one, but it is a leadoff walk for the Orioles. And now come to the plate, Landon Halverson, number 16. First pitch to him is in there for strike 1. Agard with the 0-1. That one swung on, and trying to make a play on it is Schmidt, but it is going to get by, and that runner from first has got some wheels, and he's into third. Aaron Smith shows off the speed, and he's into third with a single from Halverson, that their first hit of the game. So right away here, the Orioles have a chance to even up our score. And now at the plate is number 7, so he might, number 1 might be the DH. Daniel Miller, I believe, is the catcher. Again, he is at the plate right now. Thought about it, did not go around, and that's ball 1. So nobody out here in the top of the second for the Orioles, and a little bit of a jam for Ethan Agard to try and work out of. It'll be tough to try and get 3 outs without that runner from third scoring, but it's not impossible. It has been done before. It is going to be tough. Meanwhile, that pitch is in there for strike 1. No offer at it from Miller. And the 1-1 on the way. Swung on and popped up this on the infield dirt. Jeff Lottie on it, and he makes the grab for out number. Well, that helps. That is a big help in trying to get 3 outs without allowing the runner from third to score. Now, could you get another one similar to that here with the player Creedon Spangler at the plate? I would assume he is one of the outfielders here. And this one, Isaiah Haas, man, he hustled after it. He realized he could probably keep that runner at third with where that one was placed and still try and get the out at first, but it just goes foul. Still would have been tough to keep him there. That throw to first would have been also just as tough, but it does roll foul for strike one. Spangler swings and misses on this one, and now 0-2, and a chance here for Agard to really help himself out by getting a strikeout, and then we'd be 1 out away from him getting out of this jam. Here's the 0-2 from Agard. That one's in the dirt, though, for ball one. The 1-2 from Agard. Got a piece of it, and it might just be slow enough. It will allow the run to score. The runner is out at first. So that one, too slow of a roller to third. And it does allow the runner from third to score. It is a ground out for the second out, but just too much, or too slow, I should say, rather, for the Knights to try and get the out at home. Smith has just got too much wheels. So a 2 down now for the Orioles. And we're tied at 1. And at the plate is number 38, Caden Feldy. In there for strike number 1. Agard readies, and the pitch. Swung on and missed by Feldy. This is a very young team. If you look at the roster, a lot of these players have yet to graduate high school. Some have, but most of them have yet to. 1-2 on the way from Agard, and that one is swung on and fouled out of play by Feldy. Agard with the 1-2. Got him swinging high in the zone for strike 3, but the damage was done. 1 hit, 1 run by the Orioles. No errors there by the Knights. And we'll head to the bottom of inning number 2. So it looks like Creedon Spangler is out in center. I believe that's his number 18. Then at 22. I think maybe Will Peterson possibly out in right. That's 22 or Knights 7, 8, 9 batters due up. That's Jeff Lottie, Everett Osmus, and Caleb Hogberg. And Lottie will lead it off for the Knights. Bison readies in the pitch. And Lottie tries to check his swing, but does not do so, and that is strike 1. And the 0-1 now. That one swung on, hit right to third. Throw on to first is in time for out number 1. Play there made at third by Tyler Peters. And now coming to the plate is Everett Osmus. Into the left-handed batter's box. That one outside for ball 1. That one swung on and hit right back up the middle, and that's going to get through for a base hit. Everett Osmus, another one-out hit for the Knights. And now at the plate is Caleb Hogberg. First pitch to Hogberg is in there, outside part of the plate for strike 1. They'll check the runner at first, but he's back safely. The first baseman couldn't quite grab that one cleanly. It kind of hit him in the chest, then fell right in front of him. So doesn't get away, and that will keep Osmus there. A. Bison with the pitch, swung on and missed by Hogberg for strike 2. Oh, 2 now for Hogberg. He is a Pine City graduate next year. And first they check the runner at the bag, but he's back safely. And the 0-2. Hogberg swings and misses for out number 2. 2 down for the Knights here in the bottom of the second, and we rotate ourselves back to the top of the order. And it's Max Sickler to the plate. Top of the order this year for the Knights has been pretty darn good, but the bottom half of the order hasn't been bad either. That one's outside. And that's ball 1. That's high for ball 2. Throw back down to first. Not in time as Everett Osmus does get back, but Osmus was leaning a little bit. Inside, and that one's ball 2. Or 3-0, excuse me. The 3-0 on the way. And that's going to be in there for the first strike. The 3-1 is swung on and hit out towards center. Center fielder on it and makes the grab for out number 3. 1 hit, no runs there for the Knights. And no errors for Ogilvie. And that does it. Through 2 full innings of play on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard, we are now tied at 1 apiece. And we'll be back for that 3rd inning after a word from our sponsors on WCN.
Minnesota Twins baseball.
Twins 2, Blue Jays nothing, 9th inning. The 0-2 to Varsho. He struck him out! Twins win! Twins
Every
win!
hit, home run, or strikeout on the boat, on the lawnmower, or at work, all the action is right here.
This is Royce Lewis.
This is Ryan Jeffers.
Hey, Twins fans, this is Rocco Baldelli. You can catch Twins baseball all season long right here
The Twins!
on Cool Country 100.9 WCMP.
A Lennox air source heat pump is a high-efficiency air conditioning unit that can also heat your home or business during the spring and fall. It's more economical than heating with propane. Have Dale's Heating and Appliance install your Lennox air source heat pump. Ask Dale's how you can receive up to $1,000 in rebates for your air source heat pump system. And ductless mini splits also qualify for up to $1,000. Visit dalesheatingandappliance.com. Conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Back here on WCMP. And getting set to lead it off for the Orioles is number 28, Caleb Feldy. This one is swung on and fouled back out of play for strike one. Here's the 0-1 from Agard. This one swung right back up the middle. Schmidt into his glove. Oh, and he can't quite hold on to it. It got into his glove, but then he bobbled it a couple times and could not hold on to it. And that will be a base hit for Caleb Feldy. So leadoff single for the Orioles, and Tyler Peters now to the plate. Showing bunt. Haas will come into the grass. They check the runner at first, but he is back safely. And they will again check that runner. He is back safely again. Agard keeping a close eye on Caleb Feldy. That one swung on and hit out towards center. And, oh, Feldy misread it. And he is out at third. Beautiful job and throw by the center fielder. Feldy stopped at second, which he shouldn't have done. He just didn't realize that that ball was well hit into center field. And now, instead of having a runner in scoring position, they're going to have one down with Peters reaching on that single. Nice throw still by Max Sickler out there in center. Getting that ball to Isaiah Haas at third to get the tag for the out. That is a heck of a throw there by Sickler. So one down, runner at first still for the Orioles. Dylan Hogan at the plate. Made a nice sliding grab at short. This one swung on. Hit to Haas. A double. Oh, no! What was going to be a double play ball winds up being a throw into the outfield as Lati slipped. I don't know if that, I think that throw to him pulled him off the bag a little bit. And because of that, he tried to reach and just couldn't quite get there. And that will be an error. So what should have been a double play ball winds up being an error. And, well, after saying that instead of having a runner in scoring position, well, they will now. Well, now one down and runners at the corners and Sam Habeisen at the plate. Showing bunt. Throw down to second. They got him. They got him at second. What a throw there by Dylan Marcelonis. What a throw. Nice job by Marcelonis there, throwing out the runner at second on the attempted steal. And now two down, and they only need one to get out of here. Meanwhile, a 1-0 count for Habeisen. Swung on. Right to third. Haas. Throw to first. In time. And what a way for the Knights to have each other's backs there and help each other get the outs needed. Man, that was a big, big two throws. One from Max Sickler to be so accurate with that throw. And then 2 by Dylan Marcellonis to get another throw down to second for the tag on the pickoff. Well, not exactly how you hope to get the 3 outs. A little bit of anxiety in that one, but they get him nonetheless. And the Knights get out of that inning without surrendering a run. Meanwhile, out and right, it is 28. Caleb Feldy. Now that we've got that situated. But man, what a interesting inning. They would have had an 2, maybe, would have been close at first, but they had a double play ball in a good spot to get 2 outs, and unfortunately Isaiah Haas made just a little bit of an error throwing away from Jeff Lochte, obviously not on purpose, but just kind of overthrew him, just was not as accurate as he would have liked to have been. Missed the throw, and that went out into the outfield, which allowed the Orioles to get to third, but then a pickoff attempt, or really a throw out down from the catcher Marcellonis. Not the runner stealing, and the ground out by Haybison to Isaiah Haas for the 3rd out. Leading it off for the Hinckley Knights is Bryce Erickson. We'll see the 2, 3, 4 batters up. Erickson, Schmidt, and Haas. That one is low for ball 1. Outside, and that's ball 2 to Erickson. Warmer night for some baseball here in Hinckley, Minnesota. We're currently sitting at 78 degrees, but that humidity has dropped from the last several days. That one's going to get down just in front of the shortstop and take a friendly home bounce, and that will be a base hit for Bryce Erickson. A home bounce there for the Knights, and now to the plate is Corey Schmidt. As I mentioned, that humidity since late last week was just rampant, and it has finally somewhat gone away. I'll take the heat, though. I like the heat. Outside, ball 1 to Schmidt. The 1-0. Checked his swing, but he went around for strike 1. May have heard the commercial for the Minnesota Twins. They are over on 100.9 FM. You can catch all of their games all season long on that station. Check the runner at first. He's back quickly, but the Twins game is over down there in Miami. They fell to the Marlins 2-0. They only mustered up 2 hits in that loss tonight. They will play tomorrow night at 5:40 over on 100.9 FM. Corey Schmidt absolutely drills this one over the third baseman's head for a base hit. So a single there for Corey Schmidt. Kind of what he was looking to do last inning with the runner in scoring position, but just couldn't quite get it there. This time, though, he absolutely smokes that ball. And now you've got runners at first and second for Isaiah Haas. Everybody's in the pitch. Outside, ball 1. Bison gets the signal and the pitch. Haas, big swing. Couldn't quite get it, and that is strike 1. 1-1 for Haas on the way. In there for strike 2. Tough one there for Haas, and now he'll try to protect with a 1-2 count. Runner in scoring position trying to retake the lead after the Orioles tied it in the second. Big swing and miss there for strike 3. So that is the first out for the Knights, and coming to the plate is Dylan Marcellonis. The first pitch is ball 1, as that one gets into the dirt, and the runners from first and second easily jog into the bases ahead of them. Now both runners in scoring position with 1 down. So the Knights in a prime spot here to retake the lead and then add maybe 1 more. Next pitch is in there for strike 1 to Marcellonis. On the season for Dylan, he is currently batting .317 with 6 RBIs this season. Ooh, that one inside. He just does curl out of the way for ball 2. Sam Habeisen for the Orioles on the mound, getting the start tonight on the season. Has a 21.6 ERA. He has pitched 5 innings, gave up 12 runs, and has struck out 6. Meanwhile, Marcellonis gets a piece of that one to foul it back, and it will be an even 2-2 count. Two on the way. Marcellonis gets a piece of that one, and it will get down, or it will be caught for the out, but it will wind up being a sac fly, and a great play out there in center on the dive. So that will be a out, as the center fielder made a nice catch out there for the second out, but it is a sac fly. And now Cody Gustafson at the plate, swings and misses on that one for strike 1. 2 down runner at second. The 0-1 is in there to make it 0-2. Good looking pitch there from Habeisen. And the 0-2. This one is popped up. And caught in foul territory for out number 3. Well, that will do it for the 3rd inning. But the Knights do score 1 after 2 hits. They did have the error there in the top of the inning. No errors here by Ogilvie. And now through 3 full innings, the Knights have the lead 2-1 on that Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard. And we will return after a word from our fine sponsors here on Anthem Country WCMP.
Physical therapy. It's one of those services you don't think about until you need it. Pain happens. Count on the team at Physical Therapy Consultants to help. Physical Therapy Consultants, with locations in Zimmerman, St. Francis, Andover, Ham Lake, and recently merged North Branch and Isani, accept all insurance plans, workers' comp, and auto. Their expertise can help you and your body repair. Find out how Physical Therapy Consultants can help you heal. Call 1-888-THERAPY today. That's 1-888-THERAPY. Physical Therapy Consultants.
The mushroom melt is back at A&W. How does this sound? Sautéed seasoned mushrooms and onions with melted Swiss cheese on your choice of a juicy burger or grilled chicken. Then add golden french fries and a medium soft drink. It's the mushroom melt and fries combo at A&W. Now, top it off with a classic A&W root beer float featuring vanilla soft serve and made fresh root beer, all in a frosty mug. Or how about the A&W root beer freeze? Signature combos and delicious treats always at your local A&W restaurant in Pine City.
That'd be the perfect thing right now. A root beer float. Maybe I'll have Josh give me one for breakfast. He has talked about getting, root beer floats for breakfast before. I'm sure in this hot weather he's more than tempted to do so. But either way, as we look at the game now, back for the top of the fourth, leading it off is Aaron Smith for the Ogilvie Orioles. Walked and then came around to score as their lone run of the game so far. First pitch to him, swung on and foul. Down the third base line. A 1 now for Smith. And that's outside for ball 1. The 1-1 now. And that's ball 2. Now the 2-1. Similar spot, but he does get it called for strike 2. And that will run the count full after that one misses inside. The 3-2. Just did get a piece of it and fouls it back. So he'll stay alive there in the left-handed batter's box. This one swung on and foul. So the count remains full. For the leadoff man, Aaron Smith. Ethan Agard with the pitch. Swing and a miss, and Agard got it by him for out number 1. And now coming to the plate is Landon Halverson. And that pitch will roll by the catcher to the backstop for ball 1. And the pitch from Agard swung on and missed. Got a piece of that one. That winds up getting him in the batter's box for foul ball. The 1-2 on the way from Agard. It will be another foul. Just did get a piece of that one. Agard again with the 1-2. Outside part of the plate. Got him looking for out number 2. 2 down now for the Orioles, and coming to the plate is Daniel Miller. Flew out in the second. First pitch to him misses for ball 1. That one swung on. Another one foul. I think that one got him as well. That certainly does not feel good. Swing and a miss on this one for strike 2. One-two pitch from Ethan Agard. In there, strike 3 looking. So it'll be a side struck out there by Ethan Agard. So now we go to the bottom of the 4th. The Knights lead still on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard, 2-1. And when they come to the plates, much like the second inning, it will be the 7, 8, 9 batters due up, Lottie, Osmus, and Hogberg, who will make their way to the plate. So as we have a moment, I want to remind you that every Friday you can tune into the morning show for your chance to win a pair of Saints tickets. Now this Friday, obviously, we will be out of the office. And since I'm not a morning show host, I don't know how they'll do it. So I don't know if they'll do the Saints giveaway Thursday or if they will be off this week from giving away Saints tickets. I would assume we'd do it Thursday, but who knows? Again, I would assume it's Thursday, but if not, you can't blame me because I'm saying it right now. I don't know. But usually, on a normal week with no holiday, every Friday morning during the morning shows, we give away a pair of Saints tickets. You're given a keyword to text in, and then you're entered for a chance to win a pair of those tickets. Jeff Lottie will lead it off for the Knights. First pitch to him. In there for strike 1. And the 0-1 turns into a 1-1. The 1-1, Lottie reaches for that one, and it's right to the fielder out in right field for the out. One down now for Hinckley. And at the plate is Everett Osmus. He singled back in the second. First pitch to him is in there for strike one. Knights sporting their green home jerseys tonight with the white letters and numbers outlined in the yellow. Swing and a miss there from Osmus, now an 0-2. Meanwhile, the stripes on the sleeve, 2 white, and the middle one is yellow. Yellow collar, white pants, and the green hats. Yellow pinstriping and that H on the front. The 0-2 from Haybison. Outside, and that's ball one. Orioles wearing their gray road uniforms. The orange letters and numbers outlined in the black. The 3 stripes on the collar and cuff of the sleeves, or the jersey, I should say. Meanwhile, a grounder right back up the middle is missed, and then the shortstop grabs it, throws it on to first for out number 2. Again, the 3 stripes on the cuff and collar of the jersey goes black, white, orange, and then the same 3 stripes on each side of the pant. The multicolor hat, the black back of it, the white front, and then the bill is orange. Swing and a miss here from Hogberg, and all of a sudden the Knights are down with only 1 out to give here in the 4th. Hogberg real late on that one, not too happy with himself after that swing and miss, and it's a quick 0-2 as Haybison tries to quite similarly get out of the inning with a 1-2-3. Hogberg will get a piece of it, and the pitcher corrals it and throws it to first in time for out number 3. Well, no hits and no runs and no errors on each side that inning. And that'll move us forward to the 5th inning of play here on WCMP, as we'll be back after our fine sponsors.
Aurelius Manufacturing has been providing innovative solutions to customers since 1926. Specializing in the production of custom welded hydraulic cylinders for over 40 years, our focus is on providing value to customers through innovative problem solving, quality workmanship, and customer service. Our team works with your team to develop designs that provide the most value for your application. We leverage technology and craftsmanship, turning designs into finished products quickly and accurately. Aurelius Manufacturing is a proud sponsor of the Brand Bombers.
Need a prescription or medication advice? Wellia Health's community pharmacies in Mora and Pine City are open Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Our friendly pharmacists are here to answer your questions and to help with prescription transfers. Call us at Pine City 320-322-5141 or Mora 320-679-3999 or visit welliahealth.org.
Back here on Anthem Country WCMP, getting you set for the 5th inning of play. And leading it off for the Orioles will be Creedon Spengler. Ethan Agard, the Knights starting pitcher, still on the mound. He sets and readies, and the pitch. This one swung on and fouled out of play. And a 1 count now. The pitch from Agard. In there for strike 2. Good looking pitch from Agard. Stuck it right in there on that inside part of the zone. And now the 0-2. Just managed to get a piece of it. So he stays alive. Another 0-2. Just got a piece of it. And Spangler staying alive. Next pitch on the way. And he will get this one. Swung on to third. Throw is... Oh, it's dropped! What should have been out number one will be the second error for the Knights on the night. And they will have a runner at first. So, what should have, could have been, will be a runner at first. And now, Caden Feldy at the plate. Runner from first going. This throw will not be in time. And the runner will move to second on the steal. A bunt. And Agard cannot scoop it up cleanly. So Caden Feldy reaches. And now another tough spot for the Knights. Well, runners at the corners now. And Caleb Feldy at the plate. He's got some speed. He's going to show bunt here. Nope, then decides against it. Throw down to second. They're going to steal home. Yep, they got him. He is safe, and the steal home works. Not only are they safe at second on the steal, they're also safe at home. So the double steal works for a run. Well, that'll tie us up at 2 apiece. Or at second for Caleb Feldy. Bunt shown, but it goes foul. An 0-2 for Feldy. Swing and a miss. We'll get one out now. And we roll it over to the top of the order for Tyler Peters. Throwback is not even close, as he does get back in plenty of time. Now the first pitch to Peters. Oh, it got him. So Peters is hit by the pitch, and that puts him at first. And now Dylan Hogan comes to the plate. Reached on an error, but he was thrown out by the arm of Dylan Marcelonis from behind the plate trying to take second. Got a piece of that one, fouls it out of play. That one stays high for ball one. 1-1 for Hogan. The 1-1. Break out here this evening. And that's going to get down. That's 1, and 2 coming in. And it will be a 2-run single for Haybison. And now, runners at first and second, still only 1 down, and the Orioles lead 4-2. And it looks like this could maybe be it for Agard. We'll wait and see, though. Agard, the starting pitcher tonight for the Hinckley Knights. We'll just have a quick visit, and everyone will go back. So 3 runs so far here for the Orioles in this inning. And they have retaken, or actually have taken their first lead of the evening, 4-2. Coming to plate, Aaron Smith. First pitch in there for strike 1. This one swung on, right at Lottie. He blocks it with his chest. The throw to first. Not in time, and then, woo! Gustafson makes the throw to third as he was leaning, but thankfully Haas was there to somewhat cut it off. So they get the runner at second. Runner from second does move to third. And the runner at first is there. And now at the plate is Landon Halverson with 2 down and runners on the corners. Inside ball 1. The 1-0. That's strike 1. One now from Agard. In there outside part of the plate. Strike 2. Halverson does not like it, but that's a good looking pitch there from Agard. One and 2. Kind of wastes one upstairs. Evens up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Runners on the corners. Top of the 5th. Agard readies. And the 2-2. Halverson will get a piece of it and foul it back. So he'll keep himself alive and give himself another chance. Two. Swing and a miss. Route number 3. 2 hits, 3 runs in the inning, and an error there for the Knights. And we will head to the bottom of the 5th now. The Knights will have a chance to try and get those 2 runs back, either tie up and or take the lead. But the Orioles now have got momentum on their side. And the Knights will have their 1-2-3 batters due up. We've seen Max Sickler in that leadoff spot, that number 1 batter spot, be a key role this year, and he will need to be that again in this at-bat. They need him to come through big time. So he's 0 for 2 so far tonight. Flew out in back-to-back innings. Bison's done a decent job out there on the mound as well tonight. Again, one of the top scoring teams in the league, and the Hinckley Knights have only been held to 2 runs so far. But again, Max Sickler to lead it off, and they really could use one of those big hits from Sickler. Bison with the pitch. That's in there. Good looking pitch for strike 1. And the 0-1. Late swing there from Sickler, and that'll make it an 0-2. Here comes the 0-2. That's ball 1. The 1-2. Outside part of the plate, got him. Looking for out number 1. And now at the plate, in the left-handed batter's box, Bryce Erickson. That's outside, ball 1. And Erickson has been a big at-bat as well this year. He's been batting a lot of the time in the lower half of the order as he comes through again with a base hit. And that one rolls by the center fielder, and Erickson dives into second safely. So a single, then an error there in center. So a base hit from Erickson with 1 out. Now you've got another big hitter in Corey Schmidt coming to the plate. He's launched a couple home runs here this year, and he leads the team with 2. Sam Haugen and Kellen Von Ruden, the other guys who have 1 each. Quick mound visit for the Orioles, just talking with Bison on what they want to do to try and get out of the inning without allowing a run. And Schmidt at the plate. Pitch from Bison. And that's not what Schmidt wanted to do with that one, but luckily it does go out of play for strike 1. A 1. Nope. Instead, well, he wanted to try and pick off the runner. It either hit Bryce Erickson's leg or the second baseman's leg. It hit one of the two. Bounced into the outfield, but Erickson was not up in time to try and give a run to third, so he'll stay. Still an 0-1 for Schmidt. Pitch inside for ball 1. One. And a hard bouncer foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes now for Corey Schmidt. And here's the pitch. That gets away from the catcher, and Erickson is up into third. After the pass ball. Well, now a runner 90 feet away with a 2-2 count for Corey Schmidt. Base hit will obviously score the run, as will a sac fly, but you'd also like to see Schmidt come around to score, as he does not swing at that one. That was ball 3, and the pass ball again now allows Bryce Erickson to score. Well, hey, any way you can get it. So Corey won't have an opportunity for an RBI here, but he will still have an opportunity to get on base now with a full count. So the Knights get one back there as Erickson on 2 pass balls gets to third and home. The 3-2 for Schmidt, swing and a miss, man. Not what you wanted to see there for Schmidt. But now you get Isaiah Haas to the plate. And they've been waiting for him to kind of get going this year. Again, not having the season that he would like to have at this point of the calendar, but again, still about 4 weeks of play left. Can turn it around. That one outside for ball 1. But still, Haas has drawn the most walks this season on the team with 12. That leads everybody by 6. The next closest guy is at 6. That's Corey Schmidt. He has also been hit by the most pitches, tied with Griffin Steele at 4. Next one is, inside for ball 3. 3-0 now for Haas. And he just backs away. Was not even going to offer at that one. So now it's 3-1. And Haas thought it was ball 4, but that turns out to be a good pitch there from Habeisen for strike 2 to make it a full count. Here's the pitch. And this one a bouncer to third. The throw is just in time for out number 3. Well, 1 hit and 1 run scores for the Knights. Then they could not add anything else on. So after 5, they now trail 4-3 on that Brace Orthodontic scoreboard. And we'll be back after our sponsor.
You gotta stop somewhere, so make a stop into the Holiday Station store in Pine City and start saving. Right now, get Red Bull 8.4 ounces, 3 for $6.50. Pringles are 2 for $5 and save $2 on 7th Avenue Pizza when you buy 2. Plus, introducing Lucky Days, Tuesdays and Thursdays. Mention to the cashier, it's your lucky day, and get free items and discounts on drinks and fuel. Whoa! Keep an eye on social media to learn more. Better get into the Freeway Holiday Station store in Pine City.
Your journey to smile with your forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners with locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget, whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics, a smile you will embrace forever.
And back here on Anthem Country, WCMP. Brennan Field, the site for tonight's Eastern Mini League game between your Hinckley Knights and the Ogilvie Orioles. Orioles currently lead 4-3, now in the 6th inning after getting 3 just last inning. Daniel Miller is set to lead it off for Ogilvie. And that is ball 1. On the way. That one just past Agard, and they won't get him. That one just a soft little blooper over the pitcher for a base hit. They will get a courtesy runner, and that's going to be number 33, Xander Bly. And now at the plate, Creedon Spengler gets this one a ride, and it is caught in foul territory by Gustafson. So he makes grab for out number 1. Caden Feldy at the plate. One down, 1 at first. The pinch runner there, Xander Bly. Swing strike for Caden Feldy. Excuse me. A 1 from Agard. Showing bunt, puts down the bunt, and he's got wheels, and he's going to be safe. Isaiah Haas had just no play there. And one thing about this Ogilvie team that we're seeing here tonight anyways is they're showing off the speed. They're also showing off some pretty good bunts this evening. It's the second time we've seen a bunt single in as many innings. And now at the plate, Caleb Feldy with 1 down, runners at first and second. Ooh. Swung at one inside for strike 1. The 0-1 from Agard. In the dirt. And that's ball 1. Nice job by Marcelonis to block that one, keep it in front of him, holding the runners at first and second. Pitch here to Feldy. That's in their outside part of the plate for strike 2. Agard's done a pretty good job of painting the outside part of the plate this evening. Hey, Bison hasn't done a bad job himself out there either. 1-2 now to Feldy. This one is going to be fouled out of play. Still a 1-2 for Feldy. And the pitch. And it's tipped foul. And Marcelonis is hoping he could find a way to hold on to that one for the second out. Still 1 ball and 2 strikes for Feldy. The pitch. And it misses for ball 2. Swing and a miss by Feldy. For out number 2. 2 down runners at first and second, and Tyler Peters back to the plate. 1 for 2 this evening. He was hit by a pitch last inning. First pitch to him. Late swing. And fouls it into the backstop. So an 0-1 now for Peters. The 0-1. And again fouls this one out of play. But that will make it an 0-2 count for Peters, and Agard trying to get out of the inning. Agard readies. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Oh, inside, almost got him. Spinning away, though, is Peters for ball 1. So Agard again, readies. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That one misses, and we'll even up the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tomorrow, both of these teams are in action before the 4th of July break, if you will. Agard at 2-2. Misses, and full count now. Here we go, 2 down. Runners at first and second. Full count for Peters. Agard with the pitch. Uh-oh, and that. So they tried to pick off the runner at second and would have got him. But that one just off the mark. It rolls into the outfield, but luckily the runner at second, Xander Bly, just playing a little more conservative on that one. Although Corey Schmidt did kind of trip over him, so he was kind of almost stuck there. But now the full count and the pitch. This one swung on and into foul territory. Haas giving chase, but that is out of play. So the count stays full as Peter keeps himself alive. Agard readies. Another full count pitch. Swing and a miss this time, and Agard wins the battle. A much needed win there, and that is out number 3. 2 hits, no runs, though, for the Orioles, and no errors by the Knights. And we'll move to the bottom of the 6th as the Knights hope to get the 1 run back that they trail and try and retake the lead. They've had it twice now. They had it back in the first, scoring the first run of the game. And it was tied in the second before they scored a run in the third to take a 2-1 lead. But then it was Ogilvie getting 3 in the top of the fifth, taking that 4-2 lead. The Knights did answer one of those runs back and trail 4-3 here this evening. I mentioned that both these teams are in action tomorrow night. Again, both playing before the 4th of July break. The Knights will play, well, I think what is considered a rivalry game a little bit against the Quamba Cubs. They'll play the Cubs tomorrow night in Quamba. And the Ogilvie Orioles will play the East Bethel Bandits in St. Francis tomorrow night, and both games will begin at 7:30. That will be the last game almost of the week. We won't have any games until then Sunday. We'll have 2 more games. The North Branch Nighthawks will play down in Sauterville against the Ham Lake Hornets. And then the Quamba Cubs will play the Bram Snappers in Quamba at 6. That's what's coming up for the league here. The rest of this week, meanwhile, leading it off for the Hinckley Knights is Dylan Marcelonis. He looks at the first pitch for strike 1. One for one tonight, a sac fly back in the third, and he gets a piece of this one and fouls it off the third baseline. A Bison readies, and the pitch. Got him swinging for out number 1. And coming to the plate is Cody Gustafson. He's 0 for 2 this evening. That's in there, strike 1. The 0-1. Ooh. On the outside part of the zone, but just did get in there for strike 2. And the 0-2. Ooh. Well, after a hot start there, it got him in the helmet. So Gustafson reaches after being hit by the pitch. My goodness. Now that brings the plate, Jeff Lottie. Watches that one go high for ball 1. He lined out back in the 4th to the right fielder, and which in a lot of cases would have been a hit, but the right fielder made a nice catch out there. That's outside, ball 2. The 2-0. So there's some discussion down there as to if Lottie leaned into it or not. Looking at it from up here, based on the pitch, I don't know. It was close. I'm on the side of maybe he didn't, but they say he leaned into it. I don't know if he leaned into it so much as he was kind of spinning to get it on his back, and it caught him in the, more or less, the bicep area. So, I don't know. So he did. Got some word from the professionals up here. He did lead into it. And he flies out to left, or to right, rather, once again. And now to the plate is Everett Osmus. So 2 down now for the Knights. First pitch to Osmus is swung on and missed. The 0-1. Osmus just did get a piece of that one and fouls it back. Everett Osmus on the year batting .222 with 2 RBIs and 20 plate appearances. And the 0-2. Ooh. Kind of a half-hearted swing there from Osmus, and he'll go down swinging as out number 3. Well, no hits, no runs. And no errors there by Ogilvie. And the Orioles will go into the 7th with the lead by 1 over the Hinckley Knights, 4-3. And with that, we'll be back after a word from our fine sponsors here on WCMP.
Finding that missing shin guard, remembering whether it's a home or away game, getting the right kid to the right playing field on the right day. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple so you can worry about more important things, like not being that fan.
Oh, come on, ref!
That's simple human sense.
Your local auto owner's agent is Pine Insurance Agency. Visit them at pineagency.us today. pineagency.us.
Need reliable energy? Burnett Dairy Cooperative has you covered with top quality propane services. Whether you're heating your home, running your business, or firing up the grill, our propane is safe, efficient, and always dependable. Choose Burnett Dairy Cooperative Propane, your trusted partner for all things energy. Stay warm, stay powered, stay local.
And we're back for the 7th inning of play. The Knights trail by 1 to the Ogilvie Orioles. Leading it off for Ogilvie is going to be Dylan Hogan. It'll be the 2, 3, 4 batters due up for Ogilvie this inning. Hogan 1 for 3 with that bunt single back in the 5th. Agard's still out there for this 7th inning. And the pitch. Showing bunt again, but missing on it for strike 1. Agard with the 0-1. This one swung on and fouled out of play. So now an 0-2 for the leadoff man, Hogan. That's in there, strike 3, and Hogan dang near was walking out before that one even finished because he knew it. That was a good-looking pitch there from Agard. And that will get him looking for out number 1. Yeah, despite a couple errors defensively, Agard has not done a bad job here tonight on one of his first full nights pitching. This one is swung on by Haybison, maybe tad inside, and he fouls it out of play for strike 1. But again, not a completely terrible night. 7 hits, 4 runs. But only 2 earned runs, or 3 earned runs, excuse me. This is another one, fouled down the third base line. So it looks like we're going to get a new ball in. But that might be one of the ones that they need as it rolled way over to the bullpen for the Orioles. Meanwhile, 0-2 now for Haybison. The pitch from Agard. This one popped up, but out of play. And luckily enough, the Orioles have another ball. So we got an 0-2 for Haybison. And the pitch from Agard. Outside. And that's ball one. One, two now for Haybison. Agard. And that one outside. Evens up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 down for the Orioles here in the top of the 7th inning. Two on the way. Late decision to swing. This could be trouble. Gustafson just does get to the bag in time himself for the out unassisted. And that's out number 2. Close play there as Haybison turned on the Jets. But Gustafson was just able to get to the bag in time for the out. Now at the plate, Aaron Smith. He walked back in the second and was actually their first run to score of the game. He's batting 133 with an RBI. It's ball 2 from Agard to Smith. The 2-0 in there for strike 1. Agard readies with the 2-1 pitch. Swung on. Roller to second. Lottie, throw to first. In time for the out. 3 up, 3 down go the Orioles. No hits, no runs, and no errors there by the Knights. And now the Knights will have an opportunity to once again try and answer that 1 run that they need to get back to tie this one up. So that will be it for the top of the 7th. We'll go into the 7th inning stretch here as we're in between the top and bottom. So the Knights have some work to do here as they trail. It'll be their 9-1-2 batters due up. That being Hogberg, Sickler, and Erickson. But it does look like Ethan Agard is going to come in to pinch hit. So Agard will come in to pinch hit here for Hogberg. And on the season, has 2 plate appearances, but does not have a hit. Throw to first is going to be over, and he'll return to first. So an error Won't be a base hit, but he reaches on an error, and hey, any way you can get runners on at this point if you're the Knights, you'll take it. So Ethan Agard reaches on an error. And now we're rolling it over to the top of the order once again for the Knights. Sickler's fourth plate appearance tonight. He's 0 for 3 so far, desperately wanting to turn this 0 for around, get his first hit of the evening. That's high for ball 1. On the season, Max Sickler, a .294 average, 9 RBIs, 3 triples. Showing off that speed. This one misses outside for ball 2. This one right back up the middle. The pitcher just does knock it away with his glove. It will roll to the shortstop, and he throws it to second for the first out. And Sickler reaches due to the fielder's choice. So 1 down, runner at first for Hinckley, and at the plate is Bryce Erickson. Ooh. Getting a good leadoff there is Sickler, but he's back in time. Meanwhile, Bryce Erickson towards the top in batting average-wise on the team. 340 behind Sam Haugen, who has a 429 batting average and 29 plate appearances. Oh, and this one gets by the catcher. Sickler going to turn the corner at second, but he is safe at second nonetheless. So a steal attempt, but then the ball gets by the catcher. 1-0 for Erickson. Outside part of the plate for strike 1. Erickson, this one bounces to second. The throw to first in time for the out. They check that runner before throwing it on to first. He stays, and that's out number 2. Well, now at the plate is Corey Schmidt. He's 1 for 3 tonight. Looking to try and get his second hit of the evening, because base hit here maybe doesn't for sure score Sickler, but depending on where it's at, it'd be close, because Sickler, again, he's got some wheels. First pitch in there to Schmidt is strike 1. Bison with the pitch. Oh, and Schmidt gives this one a ride. A hard hit. Oh, and it drops! Oh, man! Well, that's why you run it out with 2 outs. So a bad miscommunication out there in shallow right center between second and the right fielder. And it drops right in between them both. And it gets down, and Schmidt is on. Wow. Swing and a miss for Haas, as he would love to erase his 0 for here tonight. 0 for 2 with the walk back in the first, but the Knights have just tied this one up. And Haas gives this one a ride deep to left center, and that is going to roll to the fence, and Schmidt is going to come home from first. Haas has to put the brakes on at second, but it's a 2-run double for Isaiah Haas, and you can bet he is absolutely ecstatic with that one. So an RBI double for Isaiah Haas. He absolutely crushed that one. And now the Knights have retaken the lead, 5-4 in the bottom of the 7th. My goodness. Well, with 2 outs, it didn't look pretty. You had a Agard reach on an error, and Sickler reached after Agard was forced out at second. And then Bryce Erickson, a hard ground out to second before Corey Schmidt came up. And again, a miscommunication between the right fielder and the second baseman allowed him to reach and Max Sickler to score because of 2 outs. And then Isaiah Haas comes up and just crushes one. Now, we'll get a few changes. So now it will be Haybison moving from the pitcher spot. And he'll move into right, it looks like. And then at the pitcher spot is number, I think, 22? Yeah. So number 22 will come in and pitch. Number 22 is Will Peterson. And while he takes a couple of warm-up pitches, we'll take a quick commercial break here on WCMP.
A&W Restaurant Pine City is still making fresh root beer. That signature item since 1919. It's still made fresh and on-site with real cane sugar and a blend of secret ingredients. It doesn't get any better than this. Their world-renowned A&W root beer is a classic treat. And they can top it off with creamy vanilla soft serve to be known as the famous A&W root beer float. Now that's smooth, tasty, and refreshing. An American iconic A&W root beer float. It never tasted so good. A&W Restaurant, Pine City. Come grab your root beer float today.
Back here on WCMP. New pitcher again is Will Peterson. Haybison went 6 2/3. Gave up 8 hits, 4 runs, walked 1, hit 1, and struck out 7. Will Peterson, again the new pitcher now, and to the plate comes Dylan Marcelonis with the runner at second and still 2 down. So Marcelonis now trying to put one in play. 1 for 2 this evening. Sac fly back in the 3rd. Inside, ball 1. And if we look at Will Peterson's stats this year, has a 1 ERA in 9 innings pitched, giving up 2 runs. Throw to third is in time after that ground out for out number 3. Well, some damage was done to its 2 runs. And an error there by the Orioles has now given the Knights the lead late in this one. So after 7 full innings, we will head into the 8th. But first, we're going to get a word from our fine sponsors, and then we'll be back here on WCMP.
Hey there, neighbors. Matt Winsan, CEO Burnett Dairy. Farmers are the people that wake up before the sun, who battle the elements and tend to their crops and herds with a passion that runs deep in their veins. At this time, I would personally like to thank the farmers. From all of us at Burnett Dairy Cooperative to all of our incredible farmers, thank you. Burnett Dairy Cooperative. Real farms, real flavor.
Brad here from Lee's Pro Shop in Pine City. We're a full-service lettering shop with a full line of athletic supplies for any sport. We have professional staff here at Lee's Pro Shop to customize your orders. We are the pros who specialize in athletic apparel and equipment. We even do trophies and awards as well as computerized engraving in the store. Let Lee's Pro Shop help you with any athletic apparel. Lee's Pro Shop, servicing our communities since 1973, where the passion for sports begins.
The truth is, you don't have to be an athlete to need physical therapy. Car accidents, work accidents, and simply aging can take its toll on our bodies. Physical therapy consultants have merged their Isani and North Branch clinics, but are still providing athletic training services to North Branch High School and they can help you heal. Services like massage therapy, orthopedic care, and more, physical therapy consultants can help. Call Physical Therapy Consultants at 1-888-THERAPY.
We'll be back here in the start of the 8th. Hinckley has a new pitcher. That is going to be, I believe, Gustafson. Now on the mound after Ethan Agard. Evening has come to an end after 7 innings. So yeah, Gustafson is on the mound. After the first pitch is in there for strike 1 on a swing. Next one misses for ball 1. Ethan Agard, 7 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned. So this one is fouled off by the leadoff man, Landon Halverson. Next one is going to miss for ball 2. So an even 2-2 count now for Halverson. That one on the outside part of the plate for strike 3. Halverson not too happy about the call as he'll go down looking as out number 1. And now at the plate, Daniel Miller. 1 for 3 tonight with a single back in the 6th. Showing bunt, pulled back in time for ball 1. Looks like Agard moved over to first. This pitch is in there, strike 1. Next one swung on and fouled by Miller. And now 1-2. Time called here by Miller. So it'll take a moment. 1-2 on the way. So so it is going to be a hit by pitch. So that one got him. And manager Haas arguing that he had already made the foul call, saying can't change his mind. So yeah, after he did call foul initially, but after the batter, I guess, showed his forearm where the ball had hit apparently, he said that it was his bad that it did hit him. This one is inside for ball 1 now to Creedon Spengler. This one swung on and fouled down the third base line. Game time run is at first. Creedon Spengler tonight. 0 for 2. Ooh, close play there at first as Gustafson goes for the pickoff attempt, but Miller is just back in time. This one swung on to the shortstop, to 2, to 1, and they won't get both. So the double play ball turns out to only get 1. Now they do get the leadoff runner at second, but Spengler does reach. And now coming in to bat is number 99. This is Carter Magard. So Magard will come in. to hit. This one misses for ball 1. 2 down here in the top of the 8th. Runner at first for the Orioles. They trail by 1. Add in the dirt for ball 2. (2-0) for Magard. That one's inside for ball 3. Game tying run still at first. Magard has a 3-0 count. Next one is ball 4. Well, that will change the look of this just a little bit. Runner at second and first now. Still 2 down. And coming to the plate is now number 22, Will Peterson. This one's in there. Strike 1 from Gustafson. The lead run is now at first for the Orioles. This one, hard hit, fouled down the third base line. (0-2) for Peterson. Gustafson trying to finish it off. That's in there, strike 3. Good looking pitch from Gustafson. Will get Peterson looking. And that is out number 3. No runs there for the Orioles. That is exactly what the Knights needed. Now they'll hope to maybe grab an insurance run here in the bottom of the 8th. So Knights still lead 5-4 over the Orioles. And due up for the Knights will be the 6, 7, 8 guys. Gustafson, Lottie, and Osmus. So Gustafson will come right off the mound and go into the box to try and, again, add on to their 1-run lead. Once again, the Knights and Orioles play tomorrow night before both of them have off for a little while. They will each be playing on the road. The Knights will play in Quamba against the Cubs, and the Orioles will play in St. Francis against the East Bethel Bandits. Both those games begin at 7:30. The next game for the Hinckley Knights is then Monday, July 7th. They'll play in St. Francis against the Silverbacks, and then their next home game would be July 9th, July 9th, against the East Bethel Bandits. So they'll have about a week in between their home games and get a little bit of a break for 4th of July weekend. They'll get the Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday off before returning to action Monday, and then Tuesday, or Wednesday rather. They will have Thursday off before coming back to play that Friday. Leadoff batter Gustafson watches that one go by for ball 1. Well, Peterson will come out for the 8th. And at ball 2. (2-0) Gustafson. This one bounces to short. Throw on to first is in time for out number 1. And now coming to the plate is Jeff Lottie. With 1 down. The pitch outside for ball 1. Peterson with the 1-0. That one's low for ball 2. On the way. And that just misses for ball 3. So that one inside. Called strike 1. 3-1 now for Lottie. And that's ball 4. Runner at first, 1 down for Hinckley. Coming to the plate, Everett Osmus. Into the left-handed batter's box. And Osmus fouls this one out of play. Peterson, the 0-1. And that's going to be 0-2 after he tried to check his swing. Peterson, a Princeton graduate last year, decided to come play for the Ogilvie Orioles. 0-2 now for Osmus. That one's outside, ball 1. One, 2. That misses as well for ball 2. Two. Osmus, this one into foul territory and out of play. So Osmus keeping himself alive. The 2-2 count. Runner at first with 1 down. After him would be Ethan Agard. And then we'd roll it over to the top of the order once again. And we know how well the top of the order has been this year with runners in scoring position. Would like to be better, but they've been decent. Full count now for Osmus as that one misses. Osmus just did get a piece of that ball to foul it off and keep himself alive with, again, a full count. Three-two again. That one fouled. Another full count. Pitch for Osmus is on the way from Peterson. No, instead they'll check the runner at first, but he's back safely. Swing and a miss this time for Osmus, and that is strike 3. And out number 2. 2 down, runner at first. Ethan Agard. Inside for ball 1. Just hoping that Agard can somehow get on base as that one's in there for strike 1. But as again, then you roll it to the top, back to the top of the order. And they've been really, really good this year. That one's outside, ball 2. 2-1. That will even it up 2 balls, 2 strikes as he takes that one. 2 down, runner at first, bottom of the 8th. 2-2 count for Agard. And the pitch. reaching on that one and missing for out number 3. So, no hits, no runs, and no errors for the Orioles, and the Knights will have to protect this 1-run lead as we enter into the what could be the final inning of play. The Knights need 3 more outs. The Orioles need at least 1 run. We'll wait and see what happens, but first we get a word from our fine sponsors here on WCMP.
Are you ready to get back to doing what you love? Whether it's recovering from an injury or preventing one, Wellia Health Sports Medicine Team is here to help. From kids to adults, we specialize in treating sports injuries, including concussions. We're here to get you back to peak performance. Call us today at 320-679-1313 or schedule an appointment through MyChart. Visit welliahealth.org.
Honeymoon, here we come. Where's our car?
It's been stolen.
We'll call our insurance agent. I'm right here.
Oh, hey, Jen. You got our invite.
Love the dress.
Are we covered for this?
Of course. That's why you chose auto owners. We work together to get the right coverage. So when the unexpected happens, you know you're covered.
That's simple human sense.
Your local auto owner's agent is Pine Insurance Agency. Visit them at pineagency.us today. pineagency.us.
Back here on WCMP, the batter to lead it off for the Orioles is going to be the top of the order man. That is Tyler Peters, and he takes strike 1. So again, Knights need 3 outs. Orioles need 1 run, at least to tie it, and bring it to the bottom of the 9th. This one from Gustafson's wide for ball 1. Swung on, popped up, but it's going to go foul out of play. Marcelonis had a pretty good read on it from his catcher spot and watched it go foul. But now it's a 1-2 for Peters. Time called. Gustafson will stay in his stance. Not going to move. Peters on the evening, 1 for 3. He's hit by a pitch back in the 5th. Swing and a miss, and Gustafson gave it some extra oomph on that one for a strikeout and the first out. Knights need 2 more outs, but coming to the plate is Dylan Hogan. And again, he is 1 for 4. The bunt single back in the 5th. Swings and misses on this one. Gustafson. And that one misses for ball 1. So 1-1 now for Hogan. 1-1 is now 1-2 as that one's in there. Gustafson on the year. 3.5 ERA, 13 strikeouts, and only 7 earned runs. 1-2. Checked his swing, but did not go around. And he holds off for ball 2 to even it up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout there for Gustafson. And that's out number 2, and now the Knights only need 1. That's now 4 strikeouts for Gustafson here this evening. Got 2 last inning, 2 more here, and now Sam Haybeisen to the plate. He is 1 for 4 tonight with that 2-run single back in the 5th. First pitch to him misses for ball 1. Next pitch is on the way, but this one is sent into deep left field. Oh, and they're going to say fair. They will call it fair. It was a late call. The ump just trying to make sure he has the right call out there. It's going to be a double, and the game-tying run is at second now. And now coming to the plate is Aaron Smith. Has reached twice tonight, but again, he was their lone scorer in the second inning. They're actually their first score of the game. And now, unfortunately for the Knights, he has a chance to bring a run home to tie this game up. So Gustafson still has a chance, though. This one is swung on and fouled out of play by Smith. Gustafson trying to finish off the game. He is 1-0 on the year. This one swung on right to Lottie. Makes the clean grab and throws it to first in time for out number 3. So that is going to do it. The Knights hold on for the win here tonight. And man, oh man, did they have to work for it ever so hard. So they will hold on for the win and beat the Orioles 5-4 after the full game. So Gustafson goes the 2 innings, gives up 1 hit, does not allow a run. He hit 1, walked 1, and struck out 4 for a total of 14 team strikeouts. So we'll take a commercial break, and when we return, we'll have a recap of this one for you, and we'll let you know again what's coming up for them. So stay tuned here on WCMP.
Embrace Orthodontics offers a unique specialized approach to orthodontic treatment with custom braces or Invisalign. The team at Embrace loves getting to know their patients personally and takes the time to make sure all your questions are answered. Their board-certified orthodontists use only the latest in modern technology to give you the best outcome possible. They work with your insurance company and offer flexible financing options to fit your budget. Call today to set up your free exam and see how Embrace Orthodontics can transform your smile. More online at embracemn.com. That's embracemn.com.
Minnesota Twins baseball.
Twins 2, Blue Jays nothing, 9th inning. The 0-2 to Varsho. He struck him out! Twins win! Twins
Every
win!
hit, home run, or strikeout on the boat, on the lawnmower, or at work. All the action is right here.
This is Royce Lewis.
This is Ryan Jeffers. Hey, Twins fans, this is Rocco Baldelli. You can catch Twins baseball all season long right here.
The Twins!
On Cool Country 100.9 WCMP.
A Lennox air source heat pump is a high-efficiency air conditioning unit that can also heat your home or business during the spring and fall. It's more economical than heating with propane. Have Dale's Heating and Appliance install your Lennox air source heat pump. Ask Dale's how you can receive up to $1,000 in rebates for your air source heat pump system. And ductless mini splits also qualify for up to $1,000. Visit dalesheatingandappliance.com. Conditions apply. See dealer for details.
And we're back. The Knights get the victory over the Orioles 5-4 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. They had to work for every single run here tonight, but they eventually got the victory thanks to, well, a couple players, actually. Bryce Erickson, who scored 1 run back in the 5th after he singled, reached on an error to get to second, then a pass ball allowed him to get to third, and then another pass ball allowed him to score. That got them within 1. Then in the 7th, it was Corey Schmidt who hit a RBI single to get Max Sickler home for the game-tying run, and then it was Isaiah Haas who hit a RBI double to take the 5-4 lead, and that was the game-winning RBI. So I was looking at this. There's a lot of different players who we could go with for player of the game. You could easily go with Ethan Agard. Ethan Agard, again, pretty darn good game. 7 innings, 7 hits, 4 runs, walked 1, hit 1, and struck out 10. Not a bad outing. You could go with Bryce Erickson, who had 3 hits. He was 3 for 4 today and came around to score in the 5th to really keep them in it with his run scored on the pass ball. You could also go with Corey Schmidt, who was 2 for 4 today as well, who tied the game with his RBI single. But I think who we're going to go with, because just the season he's had and how hard he's had to work at the plate seemingly this year, it hasn't come easy for him. So I think we're going to go with Isaiah Haas as the player of the game because, well, he wound up hitting the game-winning RBI. And again, he has not had the greatest of seasons. If you look at his stats so far this year, again, he probably doesn't want to talk about it. He probably doesn't want to look at them. But on the season, again, batting 174, has 5 RBIs. Ladies and gentlemen, he went, I think, 2-3 seasons with being the Knights leader as in RBIs. He led the team, I think, for 2 to 3 straight seasons in RBIs. He's also been one of the top guys, or near the top, in batting average. This year, he's seen it dip a little bit. So for him to come out here, as frustrating of a night as may have been, as frustrating of a season as it has been so far for him, he came up, and again, he's team leader in walks drawn now with 13. To come up in the way that the season has gone for him, in the way tonight went for him, a little bit frustrating. To come out with 2 down, to get his biggest hit in a while, his hardest hit in a while, and get the RBI double needed to get the game-winning run, that's big. Shows a lot of moxie, if you will, a lot of resilience on his part to be able to go up there again with the mindset of just, hey, it's a new at-bat. I'm 0 for 0 tonight, and he went out there and absolutely smacked that one for the game-winning run. So he is our player of the game. You could get a co-player of the game to Ethan Agard just because of his performance on the mound, going 7 innings, 7 hits, 4 runs, only 3 of them earned, walked 1, hit 1, and struck out 10. So, but I think we'll give it to Isaiah Haas, as he is not, again, it has been a tough go of things here as of late, but man, that was a clutch hit if I've ever seen one. And if you want to see more Knights games, or when we get to September, local high school games, what you can do to stay up to date with live entertainment on this YouTube channel is subscribe. Hit that like and subscribe button, that red or whatever color it is, that thing on this channel that right below the video says subscribe. Click on that and hit that thumbs up button. That way, every time that we go live with a local sporting event, you will be notified. You'll get that notification. All you'll have to do is click on the notification, and it will take you right to the live video. Other ways you can stay up to date with local sports is our morning shows. That might be the best way. Our morning shows on KBEK with Adam Hefty at 7:30 and 8:30, or over on 100.9 FM with Josh Ramirez at 7:30 or 7:45 and 8:45. Those are the times you can catch your sports update. We'll talk this game, other games, regional, and some national sports as well. Got a little guy down there trying to get some signatures from some of the baseball players. That is so cute. Oh, my goodness. Just trying to get some signatures from the ball players. That's too cute. Looks like one of my boys. He's about the size of one of my boys, so he's probably in that 5 to 6, 7, 8 range. Oh, that's cute. Makes your night. Interrupts my outro here, but just too cute. So he's getting the signatures. We'll get that highlighted. Pretty cool. Getting all the player signatures down there. And these guys might not know it right now, but man, that means a lot to that young boy. That means a lot to him, for him to be able to get the players to sign his ball. That's pretty darn cool. Well, as I continue my outros, we got a pretty cool scene playing out on the screen there. A young man getting his ball signed by all the Knights players. Remember, you can also stay tuned to our websites, kbk.com, wcmpradio.com, for all things local sports. If you go to the sports tab, click on broadcast schedule, that will have all the links of the games that we'll be covering for that week of play. That is updated every Monday afternoon, but is subject to change. Also, another way you can stay tuned is our social medias. Facebook pages for both stations, our Instagram for both stations, and our Twitter at WCMP Radio for all things local sports. We'll have interviews from coaches and players, articles from games that we've been at, games that we will be at, breaking sports news, all that and more on our social media. So stay tuned, like, subscribe, follow, do whatever you got to do to stay tuned to all things local sports on WCMP and KBEK. Once again, the Knights get the victory here, 5-4 over the Ogilvie Orioles. Both teams will play tomorrow night. The Knights will play on the road in Quamba, as they will play the Cubs, and then the Orioles will play in St. Francis against the East Bethel Bandits. Well, I want to thank all of you who tuned in here tonight. Thanks so much for tuning in, our loyal listeners. I appreciate you. Again, if it's not for you tuning in, They literally get to tell me, hey, no one's tuning in, so you don't get to go out to these games anymore. So I appreciate you tuning in. You quite literally give me a job to do. I appreciate you. That is from the bottom of my heart. It means a lot when you guys tune in because, again, basically keeps my job safe, so I appreciate that. Also want to thank all the fine sponsors who sponsor not only this, but every other broadcast that we do. If it weren't for them, we wouldn't be able to come out here anyway, so we appreciate all of our fine sponsors. And remember, be kind to everyone. You never know what somebody's going through. Your kindness could truly make their day. Again, whether it just be a simple hi with a smile, whether it be holding the door with a smile, complimenting them on something. It's literally so simple to be kind to people. And it's free. Not only that, it's free. So we need to do a better job of that in today's world because, again, we just never know what people are going through. And people hide it, unfortunately, so well in today's day and age. So let's be more kind to people. I don't care if it's in person, on social media, whatever it is. Just let's spread more kindness. And again, the final here on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard, the Knights beat the Orioles 5-4. For WCMP, I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman. Thanks so much for tuning in. Have a great rest of your night. And if you don't hear from me, have a great 4th of July weekend.